JFD, just fair and direct.
Okay, hello and good morning everyone. Welcome to JFD Traders Espresso with me, Darius Anucauskas. Today is the 27th of April 2022, so welcome everyone. Welcome to this Wednesday's morning session where we're going to have a very quick look at the markets, a few of the charts, the usual stuff. But before we do that, as always, let's quickly have a read through our risk disclaimer. So, the content we produce does not constitute investment advice or investment recommendation, should not be considered as such, and does not in any way constitute an invitation to acquire any financial instrument or product. As always, I'll give you a few seconds to read the rest and we can continue. Okay, so now then, also just before we jump into the charts, a quick mentioning of our GFD YouTube channel, to which you can always subscribe to in order not to miss any of our upcoming videos, and of course our JFD Bank website, our new website, which you can check out here, and check out page, which is updated on a daily basis. So if you click here, start learning, and then market news and analysis, it will take you to our page, like I said, which you can check out, and I believe you can find some useful information there. Now then, jumping into the charts, guys, the first one I want to pick up here is Nikkei 225. So we had that drop, we had that move below this hurdle, below that 26,304 zone. I talked about that area. And but by the end of the trading session, we still climbed back above it, although yeah, we did close in the negative territory, but we traveled back above this hurdle. So maybe this could be a bit of a sign here that we could go for somewhat of some sort of correction here, a little correction to the upside, maybe towards this 21-day EMA, and then yeah, we would take it from there. So for now, I would say if you're looking for the downside again, then yeah, wait for a drop again below that 26,300 zone. If we do get that, then yes, I will consider a further move lower. But if we continue to trade above this hurdle, then yeah, maybe a bit of a correction here to the upside could be possible towards that 21-day EMA. Shanghai Composite. So yeah, nice recovery here, and look at this. This is quite interesting to see here, and yeah, we dropped below that 2,955 territory, the one that I spoke about previously. We stayed below it, and yeah, we kind of drifted further south. Well, I mean, just a second, one moment, bear with me one moment, guys. So anyway, yeah, so we had that move to the downside here, and now what we could be seeing here is maybe in a possible engulfing pattern. So, which according to TA rules tends to be a reversal signal. However, guys, I mean, this is a nice, beautiful bullish engulfing candle. However, the trading session on Shanghai Composite is not finished yet, so let's not rush into anything. But if it stays like this today, then well, maybe, like I said, this could be seen as a nice bullish engulfing pattern, and well, I mean, we could see a move to the upside again, so keep that in mind. German index DAX, yeah, we dropped lower yesterday. We stayed below that hurdle, below that 13,887 territory. So, yep, that creates some kind of creates a bearish perspective here. So, in other words, if we continue to trade below this hurdle, then yeah, we could see a further move south. However, let's keep an eye on the way everything's going to shape up here in China as well. If China gets, you know, a bit of let's say going into tomorrow, the next trading session, it gets a boost, then well, maybe the German index and the US indices could recover somewhat as well after yesterday's kind of sharp sell-off. However, let's not rush into anything. For now, if we just purely go from the technicals here, we see that, yes, we continue to trade below this 13,887 territory. If we continue to do so, my next target will be this 13,577 area. Currently, the cash index is below yesterday's close, so there is still a chance we could see a further move south. Initially, I'll be aiming for this hurdle, this 13,577. And yeah, if that gets a nice hold up here, maybe a bit of a rebound here could be possible. So let's keep that in mind. But for now, if by any chance this climbs back above this 13,887 level, then well, maybe we could go for a larger correction here to the upside. Oh, in the chat room here, yep, good morning to you too. Good morning to everybody else who's joining in. So, yep, I hope you're having a wonderful start of Wednesday. Now, jumping into NASDAQ, guys. Look at this. Mission accomplished, target reached, and yeah, what I said before was that if we drop again below this 13,386.87 territory, yes, I'll aim for the downside, and I'll aim for that lowest point of March, which is roughly around that 13,020 zone, which we managed to reach perfectly, and yeah, we then rebounded from it. So after hours, we rebounded from this area. Actually, sorry, we drifted even below that, but then yeah, we climbed back up. But we're currently sitting above this 13,020 zone. So I would say, first of all, let me just put this arrow here. So if we drop again below this area and stay below this area, below this lowest point of March, then yeah, I'll go for lower levels. But if we somehow climb back up, and this is where I need to adjust a few of my levels here. So this one, if we climb above the high of yesterday near the 13,447 level, then yeah, we will consider maybe a bit of a retracement here to the upside. The only issue that I have here with this idea is this downside line right here, which could in a way be a good obstacle to keep an eye on. So yeah, in other words, if we do climb above the 13,440 zone, then yeah, for 47 zone, then yeah, we could get a little bit more comfortable, like I said, with a larger correction to the upside. I do understand that we could be missing out on a bit of territory right here, but what you can do here is keep your eyes on the low of the 25th of April near the 13,230, let's round it up here, 13,240. If we climb above it, then there is potential for this one to move higher. The only thing is that, well, have your stop loss in place just in case this, fails to overcome the yesterday's high and then kind of reverses to the downside. So yeah, keep that in mind. But if we drop below this 13,000 mark, guys, the downside scenario is not off the table. And in general, it's still not off the table. So, but again, we need that confirmation break here. DXY dollar index, so beautiful move. Target reached this 102.21. I spoke about that level, if you remember, in the beginning of this week, and yeah, we managed to hit that. And now the big question here is, can we go all the way towards the highest point of March of 2020? Well, at the moment, that's what I'm aiming for, given also the fact that we are above this high, this barrier, the one that I was aiming for initially, this high of the 24th of March of 2020. If we continue to trade above it, then yes, like I said, I'll aim for that 103 zone, and then we will take it from there, guys, for the downside. Now, as previously I talked about this 101 territory, well, I'll still stick to it, just to be a little bit more on the safe side. I do understand that this is quite a big area, but to be honest, I would need to see some sort of better confirmation here. I mean, this whole area here could be like some sort of a stalling point here, maybe a little bit of a correction before another possible leg of buying. But again, like I said, let's keep it short and simple for now. Like I said, for the downside, I would prefer to see it drop back below the 101 level. Quick update on gold. this is for me looking quite bearish, to be honest. We're approaching this key support zone again, this area between the 1890 and 1895, which is also around that 100-day EMA. So in other words, at the moment I'm leaning towards the downside, but I need that confirmation break, because if by any chance, let's say DXY suddenly, let's say, reverses to the downside, then, well, I mean, gold could maybe pick up here and push back up towards this 1918 level. But at the moment, if we just take it as it is, yep, I am leaning a little bit more towards the downside, but I need that confirmation break. Okay, oil. So a bit of a roller coaster ride here, but yeah, I think the chart needs cleaning up a little bit. So previously I talked about this idea where if we drop below this 101.60 zone, then I'll aim for lower levels. What I said before was I'm going to be aiming for that 100-day EMA, or maybe for the crossroads between these two lines. We kind of got that move, as I said yesterday. We kind of achieved our result, because we came very close to testing that 100-day EMA, but as you can see here, yeah, we reversed then after that to the upside, and now I need to get rid of this this line here. I mean, probably we'll reuse it, recycle, always recycle, guys. There's a hidden message for you. Now then, here you can see that the commodity is currently finding strong finding some resistance near that 21-day EMA. As I said before, if you're looking for some upside, then yeah, wait for a break of this barrier, the 108.70, just to be a little bit more on the safe side. For the downside now, at this point, I would like to see maybe a drop somewhere below this area, below this hurdle, below the 93.56 zone. So a nice good break below this, yep, may open the door towards lower levels. So let's keep that in mind. At the moment, as long as we remain in here, I'm just observing the price action, because this is not really ideal for me. There we go. Yep. Bitcoin, so drifted lower yesterday. Of course, stronger dollar, BTC USD is drifting to the downside. Stronger dollar is not really helping the buyers here. So, but one thing for sure is we're getting into a bit of a squeeze here. So we are still above this upside line, tentative of course, taken from the low of the 24th of January, and we're still below this downside line, taken from the high of the 5th of April. Now, if we're looking for some higher levels, well, probably we could keep an eye on this 40,817 zone, because at the same time, if we break above this barrier, we could break above this downside line and also above the 21-day EMA. For the downside, given that we are very close to this upside line right now, yes, it increases the chances, for a test of it. But to be honest, I would prefer maybe to see a drop below the 37,000 mark before aiming lower, and then we could go for the lowest point of February, or then the lowest point of January. But again, let's go slowly on this for now. Let's wait for a confirmation breakout here. AUDCAD, guys, haven't looked at this one for quite a while, but look at this beautiful move here. So it just confirmed that this area is something to be watched at. So this 0.9128 zone, so we got a nice hold up here. So previously it was seen as resistance, then again support, and now once again it is seen as support. Some adjustments have to be made here, so basically some downside lines here. We are keeping an eye on this downside line, taken from the high of the 5th of April. We need to get rid of this one, no longer needed. I'm just cleaning up the chart here. So some of the levels, I haven't looked at this one for quite a while, but yeah, it could present itself with nice opportunities. But one thing is quite interesting. Let's put it this way: right now we have overcame the inside swing low of the 16th of March here, or in other words, I think the lowest point of March, that's it. Yeah, the lowest point of March, we managed to jump above it. Can we stay above it? If we can, then I'll go for a larger correction here towards this downside line. If we cannot, then, well, I'm gonna keep an eye on this hurdle, the 0.9128 zone. If we drop below this, then well, this may attract more sellers into the game. USDJPY, so this one's quite interesting because it's also a bit of a roller coaster ride. Yesterday we broke the upside line here, taken from the low the 7th of March, so this kind of indicated that, you know, more sellers could join in. And we also dropped and stayed below that 127.46. I have to admit, I was kind of hoping that this will, you know, stay below this area. But well, I mean, the dollar is quite strong, so yeah, it pushed the pair back up here. However, we are still below the upside line. So if we do put a bit of emphasis on that, on this upside line, then yeah, we'll see that we are still kind of below this upside line, and we're below this downside line as well, taken from the high of the 20th of April. Now, I get it, both lines are still tentative, or not, yeah, well, let's put it this, they're both tentative for now, but again, let's keep an eye on this, because if this by any chance struggles to push, let's say, higher, then maybe there could be still a chance for the sellers to step in here. Of course, keeping an eye on DXY to see what it's gonna do. But this picture here for me is a little bit more on the bearish side. However, again, let's see if this is not going to end up being somewhat of maybe some sort of a bullish flag here. But even if you're looking for some upside, guys, still a confirmation break is needed. And for me right now, could be above this downside line. And then we'll take it from there, of course. USDCHF, this one's a rocket ship. Yep, and it continues to travel higher, and even if I'm going to try to draw some sort of an upside line, a steep upside line here, well, you'll see that we are pushing higher. We are really, I mean, on a good move to the upside. However, we need if you're looking, of course, for a bit of a correction here, we need that confirmation. But at the moment, it's one-way traffic, and well, it's difficult to kind of, you know, find a good potential area of resistance, one of which could, of course, be somewhere around here in this area. I'm not gonna put this only one level, but in this area. Yep. If let me just put this one on the chart here. There we go. So 0.9638 and 0.9650. So this area in between those levels could be the one to watch for now, and we are basically at it right now. Can we get a hold up around here? Now that's a good question, of course, but we'll just continue monitoring it. If we break above this, then of course we'll go for some higher levels. But and so on and so on. We'll try to find maybe a good next possible resistance area, one of which could be this one, the 0.98 zone. But first, let's see what's going to happen here near this area, near this in between the 0.9638 and 0.9650 levels. If we do get a hold up, maybe we could see that little correction here to the downside. But at the moment, it's we didn't get that, so it's just one-way traffic. Okay, so U.S. dollar against this Chinese yuan, offshore yuan, of course, you need to specify that. And well, look at this beautiful technical picture. Now, if you remember yesterday, I talked about these exotic pairs when I said that I do like to look at them because they do present themselves with nice opportunities, because they're quite technical, to be honest. And look at this. I mean, talk about an ascending triangle pattern here. We broke this area, and look at this. We exploded to the upside, and we found a good resistance around here near this near the highest point of April of 2021. Currently, we're still getting a hold up around here, which is this level is around 6.5875, approximately around there. But let's see if we can get a bit of a retracement here, guys. I mean, this, of course, will be quite interesting to see. And one thing that we can do here is we can draw a Fibonacci. And let's say, can we reach that 23.6% retracement on the Fibonacci? Well, we'll just wait and see. But at the moment, I am going to be aiming for that. if we continue to struggle to overcome this 6.58 or 6.59, let's round it up here a little bit, level. If we struggle to do so, then yeah, I'll consider maybe a bit of a retracement over that 23.6% retracement on the Fibonacci, which is on my chart is at around 6.55 level. GBPCHF, so also good move to the downside, mission accomplished. I mean, if you remember, guys, I talked about this and I said that if we remain below this 1.2228 zone, my next target is the lower side of this range. We reached that, we broke below that, and we reached my other target, this around here, the 1.2096. So we got a hold up. Got a hold up here. We had a rebound, so can we stay above this lower side of this range, the broken range? Well, just let's wait and see. In a way, probably what I should do here is I should expand the lower side of this range a little bit. I mean, it's probably going to look something like this. So this is a little bit more accurate representation, I think, of this range. Either way, guys, if you're looking for some further declines, well, a drop below that 1.2096 level is needed. If we don't get that, then, well, the pair could continue bouncing around here within this range. If you're considering maybe a move higher, then maybe wait at least wait for a push somewhere back above this 1.2228 zone, and then, yeah, we could maybe consider a move higher. Of course, preferably a push above this barrier would be needed, the 1.2271, but we could already, like I said, start looking at higher levels if we climb above this 1.2228. Just have your stop loss in place. GBPUSD, so beautiful move to the downside. Descending triangle pattern worked out perfectly. All targets are reached. Initially, the target was the 1.2854, then the 1.2676. We even overshot that. And now I'm in search of a new possible support area. Well, to be honest, one of the areas that stands out is in between these two levels. Between the 1.24, 1.2480 and 1.2512. So this is the low. The first one is the low, the 14th of July of 2020, and the other one is the low of the 17th of July of 2020. So that's it. Of course, I understand that we had already quite a decent move to the downside. You know, maybe some of you are hoping to see a bit of a retracement here, but again, it seems that we might not be done yet with all the declines here. So, so especially, like I said, if the US dollar continues to rally, then, well, we could see this pair drifting further south. Don't get me wrong, it will present itself with a nice opportunity maybe for a bit of a long here, but at the moment I am very careful with that idea because, well, I mean, like I said, it could still continue drifting lower. At the moment, we didn't get any signal yet for maybe a bit of a retracement here to the upside. EURGBP, beautiful retracement back down, beautiful test of this upside line taken from the low of the 25th of March, and yeah, we rebounded and pushed higher, and we're now kind of struggling with this 21-day EMA. We overcame it, and now we're testing it from underneath. Can it go back down? Well, again, we'll have to wait and see. At the moment, our indicators showing that there is a possibility for that, but yeah, I would still prefer maybe to see a drop below the current lowest point of today, near the 135.11. That's the, yeah, as I said, the low of today, the current low of today. If we break below this, this will confirm a new low for today and would break this upside line, and then we could start aiming maybe for some of our other targets here, like for example here, the 133.15, or the 133.48 level, which is the highest point of October of 2021. And finally, EURUSD. Oh, and by the way, for the upside, I would prefer to see this one pushing back above this 137.55 level. And if we do get that, then yeah, I'll consider a move higher. And finally, EURUSD. Similar story as with GBPUSD, also drifting nicely to the downside. Again, mission accomplished here. So what I said before, that if we drop below this 1.0727 territory, my next target is the 1.0757. If we drop below this, then my next target will be the 1.0727 or the lowest point of March of 2020 near the 1.0636. We reached that, and we're currently getting a hold up around here. Can we go further south, guys? Well, we did decline quite significantly already, so maybe a bit of a rebound here could be possible. However, like I said, waiting for that signal. We didn't get that signal yet, so let's be very, very patient first. And let's, like I said, let's if we drop below that lowest point of March of 2020, then what you can do here is consider maybe also a move here somewhere to this lowest point of April of 2017, and that's roughly around that 1.0570 zone. But again, for that we need to see first that good drop below this lowest point of March of 2020, and then we'll consider this lowest point of April of 2017. But at the moment we're getting a nice hold up around this area. So guys, that's it for this session. I really hope you found it useful. Thank you very much for watching and listening. I really appreciate your time, guys. Your views, your likes, your comments really do. So thank you for that. If you want to catch me tomorrow morning, as always, in my Traders Espresso, that's 6 o'clock GMT time. For now, have a wonderful trading day. Stay safe. Don't overtrade, and everything will be fine. So thank you very much, guys, and bye-bye.